Hi guys, it's Ray. We are starting a new tumbler today, and this is very appropriate for back to school time. This is from the subscription box at Butterfly Lane Designs. And this kind of threw me for a loop because I don't typically do teacher tumblers. Like, my kids are pretty much grown and flown, and I'm not into the whole school thing. I do it if it's asked of me, but I don't get asked a whole lot. So this kind of made me stretch my brain a little bit, but luckily there's plenty of stuff here that can get put together to make a tumbler. So I'm going to use these 3 vinyls. I believe these 2 are clear. I could be wrong, but regardless, it doesn't matter because I spray painted my cup white. I'm going to use this Teach Love Inspire decal, and I'm going to use this for my center stripe. So that's that. And I'm going to trim this down because this is going to set the tone for the rest of the sizing, because I'm going to overlay this decal right over this paper printed vinyl. So I'm actually going to trim the top just a tiny bit. I feel like it's slightly too much. Alright, so I can shave just the tiniest little bit off. Clean that raggedy edge I just cut up a little bit. Alright. I'm going to start just a tiny bit down from the top. And I really do want to very carefully line this one up. My spray paint is extremely fresh on this one. Alright, so that will be perfectly aligned. If I can not move it at all. And that's a big ask of me. I do not want to pinstripe the top of this one. I do know that much already. Oh, look at that. Oh, that made me happy, happy, happy. Okay, so I believe that's just an imperfection under my paint, and that ended up actually being white, so that was even better since I had that little flaw up here. that was good. Sometimes I can't tell to look at them at a glance. But I do think this one is clear. In the subscription boxes, she prints some clear and some white. Yep. Okay. To order a subscription box, she releases them to the members of her Facebook group, so I highly recommend going there. And signing up if you want to have access to the sub boxes. And I think I'm going to try to line the word teach right up on that top line. And yes, I will be able to see the lines through the decal because it's clear. That's not going to bother me one bit whatsoever. And because I'm doing this without epoxy first, I may see a little bit of the edge. If that would drive you nuts, go ahead and put a coat of epoxy in first. Do it however makes you comfortable. So I think I'm just going to use like a 1-inch strip of the composition book to break this up, or 1 1/4, somewhere in there. Okay, so I'm just going to measure my last little bit. So I'm going to give this one 2.75 or just slightly less. Permanent vinyl clear. I'm going to see if I can get that to come up clear on the camera. The Facebook group says Butterfly Lean Print Co. on here for the Facebook link. I got to it through her website, so I didn't actually know what the Facebook group was called. Isn't that funny? Terrible. I'm slightly off, but not terrible. But I didn't want to lift it back up because I didn't want to peel my spray paint. So I think we're going to do a nail tape pinstripe on this one, because I do want to do the bottom striped. Let's see what colors I have. That blue is too bright for that, I think. Could do like apple red. All right, so that is it. They are gonna all sit and rest for a bit while I go run some errands, and then I'll come back later and get some epoxy on it. Okay, it is time to get resin on this one. And I have been like looking at it, and I haven't been able to figure out if I want to use a cheat, what I want to use. But I think I'm going to go ahead and use a little tiny bit of my Perfect White Diamond Dust. Just a little bit. I can't help myself. I know. So I'm going to pour some epoxy off separate. It's probably too much, but... And I'm just going to use a tiny bit. I am pretty sure they expect glitter from me at work at this point, though. So, it's all good. There we go. Bring it up. You can see this super cute decal. Teach, Love, Inspire. The composition notebook breaking it up, and then the paper clips at the bottom. And the bottom is just white. So that is it. I absolutely love it. I think it's super cute. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check out Butterfly Lane Designs for any vinyl and decal, etc. needs you might have.